Yep. One more already. Because story add in a but to Sam the
Yeah, patience,
was a 10.
with talking about this.
So are you muted? Like figure it. John is in the building. Bro, I really love that. Yes, sir. Bro, John is in the building. Bro, what were we thinking?
Oh my god, insane, dude, insane episodes.
Are you muted? We can't hear you. Maybe. Maybe.
No, I'm not muted, man.
Hold on.
Brutal.
Let's see if
Can you hear me? Still no?
can you hear? Hello, hello, hello.
I can hear you.
I can see you talking. Um, see this real quick.
You want me to try leaving and come back?
There we go. What's going on, man?
What's going on, dude?
What did we
Incredible,
what?
man. Heaters,
Absolute
heaters,
faloney.
heaters, heaters.
Bro. What okay, so episode 1. What do we dude, I think the biggest thing that I pull from this is the pacing, man. It was so good and it was straight. It was just straightforward. There was you know, no cuts. It was just straight to, like first episode you think there's going to be some setbacks right off rip. Character building, trying to build up the story, but they didn't have to do that. They just got right into it right away. I love that, man.
No, dude, it was like a Band-Aid, and that's what I was. We were talking about this on Sunday, and man, or on Friday, and I was really hoping they were just gonna get into it and like blam, 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 and just they did it, dude. Like it never felt like we were lingering on one part for too long.
Yep.
Like we got into the episode, we introduced Maul straight away, like, within the first little bit, like the intro was incredible. The animation was incredible, the art style when they kept flashing back in between the underground and Janix, like the city. Oh my God, dude, like
It looks so
it was,
good.
yeah, it looked incredible.
Man, dude, and we've been talking about that style, that art style. It's been really good, like, of course, but the and I mean, even watching it on the iPad, I'm just like, dude, like the quality was a 10 out of 10. And like you never think that Star Wars animation can get better, but it always does. It always gets better.
They it just every time they panned to Maul, and I mean even Rook in the cast, like it was they did just the shots of them talking and going over different things, like the the calm presence of Maul, like the killer efficiency is just like everything is to plan, even if it's not. It was just so
Yeah.
good. Sam Witwer is just,
A dog.
yeah, he's just cooking, dude.
And you can tell it's just like what Filoni's doing with this show. He's able to give, Sam the keys. He's just like, bro, you do you, I'm gonna do me, and watch how we paint this picture effortlessly. And that's exactly what you see on full display. I mean, we knew that this show was gonna be good, but based off those 2 episodes, I'm not gonna say that that was like the most amazing thing of all time. Because I mean, like, let's look back at Clone Wars season 7, or like let's look at some of those arcs in Bad Batch season 2, or even
Yeah,
Mount Tanta's arc in Bad Batch 3. Like great moments, and I mean, I can't leave out Rebels. Like there's so many great moments in Star Wars animation, but this right here was such a different tone, and it was so organic. Nothing was pushed, and the way that they add in a crime scene, like kind of detective style show. This is like NCIS mixed in with a little bit of you get the horror, you get to see a little bit of like the fear that's just looming in the darkness. And overall a really good story on top of that. You get to see how bright some of these characters are, like Icarus and Scorn, like those dudes, those are Wrecker Zabraks, like
Yeah.
literally, like those two are. I'm ready to see them wild out more. Um, but
The
dude,
droids, they like you got so much you got so much attitude from Two Boots, like from
hmm
the Maul's droid. Even the elevator had attitude when he was going up it. It was like, dude, I love that they're just like throwing in all these so everything has character.
yeah, this is this was definitely worth the wait, and that's what I'm super excited about because I know if we think about it, like they keep painting this picture that they're like, hey, we need the empire. Like we can't do this. This is exactly what we need. We need the empire. They need, and it's like I see. So that's how they're painting in that picture because what's going to happen is Maul's going to kill the Pike leader, and then what after that? Now
Hmm.
it's bad news for the people of Janix and the underground, like the syndicate is moving. And the Shadow Collective, bro, tough. Tough. The Pike
Yeah.
Syndicate, the Hut Cartel, nah. The Shadow Collective, man. And then the way that they talked about him and like what he did on Mandalore and like, the deals he made, and it's just like,
Hmm.
yo, they're cooking.
Dude, and I was getting so there were like two parts to this. Like the beginning was I was getting big like Fifth Element vibes, like with the
Oh,
like
great
the car
movie.
chases and like the space, like it felt very Fifth Element. I was like, I love the vibe on how it's like we're seeing the regular aspect of like day-to-day people, um, and then that second aspect is like the average Joe cop, like they're
Yeah.
portraying like the dude who's just coming into work as a detective going through the motions. Like we're seeing
hmm
him the struggles at home with his kid. Like he's got to immediately leave. Um, so it's like I, I really like how they implemented all that aspect.
Yeah. See, and that's another thing that's going to lead into other things, and kind of like Galactic Cantina here. Thanks for joining as well. Hopefully, they don't focus too much on Lawson and his POV. I want it to be a majority of Maul causing havoc and eventually alerts Vader.
Hmm.
Now, I agree with that. And at the same time, it's just like, hey, we want Maul in his cruelest form at all times, like no matter what. Even when he's having a cool, slow dialogue like he did with Ahsoka and now Devin, we still want him, bouncing off the walls. But I don't think that they're going to really focus too much on Lawson. I think we get the character already. Like you said, he's struggling with, the home life. He gets home, his son. He already told the one lady at the like the club that he got info from that, he's getting big real quick, and that's really all he had to say about his son. So it's they're painting that picture for Lawson, and dude, he got knocked out by Maul just
He's
from a
lucky.
lightsaber, but you know what I'm saying? That's
Everyone
I
else
don't think
got
he's gonna.
mucked.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna risk anything because he sees it all, firsthand. I don't. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think they'll focus too much on him. I think he's gonna be a really strong supporting character, and Star Wars and their posters, man. Like the main Maul Shadow Lord poster, Maul is front and center, the biggest character, but the Zabrak brothers are really small on the side. Rook Cast is small on the side. Lawson, he's big, but he's not as front and center. But I think he's still going to play a key role, of course, because he's running Janix. He's like the one trying to stop all of this, but I don't think he's going to have a front and center role, which kind of like to Galactic Cantina's point. So I think we
I
should
mean,
be okay on that end.
we could even see him helping out Maul because he seems to be the biggest advocate against the Empire coming to Janix. So if Maul's sitting there and it's like, hey man, it's either me or the Empire, and like the devil you know is better than the devil you don't. Um,
Yep.
so like pick your poison. Yeah, okay. But no, just like I'm still off a high right now, dude.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm uh I'm sitting up here, man. Maul gonna kill the club lady for helping Lawson? Maybe he knows her because she said, I'm glad I never made a deal with him, unless she was just speaking hypothetically. But she knew a lot about him, Uh,
That gave me big Mass Effect vibes when he went
mm-hmm.
in to talk to that lady, and it was almost like picking up a quest line.
Yep, getting some intel, to go on to the
Hmm.
next mission. Yeah, dude. I don't know. Kind of back to that point up there. Is this the best ever episode one of any Star Wars series? Oh,
Bad Batch episode 1 with, like, the whole Kanan thing is a pretty good episode 1.
yeah, and you get to see like how Depa Billaba went out.
Uh-huh, and Order 66.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the first episode was very important in its own way. It's kind of like in its own little playing field, just because it it's like, did you get that feeling like in the first 5 minutes? It's like I've been here, like I know what's going on. Like,
It
is that a new strategy with Star Wars animation or even just Star Wars series in general? Because I'm just like, yeah, I feel like I've seen this before.
well, I think it's so, like, in the universe of, Star Wars, Clone Wars, and things like that, where it just you pick it up. So, I mean, as someone like for us who watched the Clone Wars and things like that, it's like you just
Hmm.
fall back into it. It's like, oh yeah, like we're just right back into where we left off. There is no
Yeah.
hiccup or there is no like gap. It's like, oh yeah, we're back to doing what we've been doing for the last few years.
Right. Yeah. They're really just, it's nothing new to them. This is like those heist movies where there's the main character Robert and then the detective chief on the other side having a big role. Yeah, I think that's what it's going to kind of set up towards. And so, real quick, and I mean, we'll even talk about this on next Sunday, but like, what do we think is going to happen next week? Is this where we're going to maybe get the call to the Empire? Is this where, Marok and the Crow come in? Do we think that Maul's probably going to take out the Pike leader once that, rolls around. So that'll probably happen. And then they'll probably dispose of Vario. And then I really think that they're going to try to go in on Devin escaping and getting back with Iko Diodaki. And then I think things are really about to go down. And I think this is going to be, them two, Master and Apprentice versus Maul. I think that's going to be pretty fire.
Well, they set the in the first episode, it's like, she wants to steal the melons, and the master's like, "Nah,
Yeah.
don't do it. Like, don't do it." And she steals the melons and gets caught. And so it's like, you know, she already has that, like they're showing that she already has that temptation in her. And it's like that temptation into the dark side. And the master is,
Yeah.
upset that he's like watching her perform these, like she shouldn't be doing this. So he's watching her get arrested, like, damn it. Um,
Yeah.
so it's like they're egging into she has that dark side in her. So Maul's gonna, chip away at that. And I think it's gonna get to the point where it's like, you know, I, I, do you think he kills him? Do you think Maul kills the master, or do you think it's like a sacrifice type of thing?
Now, based off of the trailer and when he's telling Devin, like, look, Maul is not our ally. Like, we have the same goal, we have the same enemy, but we're not one and the same. What I think is probably Morok or the Crow will kill Iodaki. I think
Hmm.
maybe they both get him. Um, because I
Empire
mean
finally shows up and quick work.
that's what the Inquisitors are there to do, is to take out Jedi. And what I think is Maul is going to protect Devin from, getting caught up with the Inquisitors. And then there's that scene where you see Maul and Devin going against Marok and the Crow. So maybe I think that that's where that shot in the trailer comes from, because I feel like Devin would really have some, you know, it would be a bad taste in her mouth if Maul killed her master and then she just sides with him. We've seen
Yeah,
that same song and dance in Star Wars before, but I don't think they're going to do that again.
no,
So I bet
no,
the
I'm with you.
Inquisitors take him out.
And then we get that scene where it's Maul or Lord, my Lord, Maul is alive.
Yes. Dude, I don't know, dude. I don't see, like, once that those are going to be the juicy episodes, and once those happen, I don't know if I'm going to be able to stay in line, man. Devin's master reminded me of Yoda being wise and focusing on the innocent bystanders' lives, also his size and usage of the Force. Yeah, he was locked in, dude. Like, he and it's he like during the stream I was just like, I'm gonna start calling him creepy Diodaki, because like every time he would be behind Lawson, and then he'd just like disappear. It's like, bro, what are you doing?
How are you
You
that
can't just
fast,
walk up
dog?
behind somebody for real. So, yeah, dude. So yeah, what would you rank these first two episodes, man?
I'm giving him a 9 just because I think there's going to be an episode that releases that's better. Um,
Yeah,
but I'm in no way disappointed. Uh, I'm in no way dissatisfied. I'm beyond stoked to see what the rest of this series is, and the fact that we already get a season two is like, it's like, dude, just sign me up, man. Like,
yeah,
just sign me up because now I know I need to know what the cliffhanger is that leads into season two. It's like,
yeah.
where are we going?
Could and it's also a funny thing where it's like, is Devin gonna be the canon version of Darth Talon? And could she end up getting some markings, by season two, like depending on where the story goes? That'd be pretty tight. But then you got to think going forward, it's like, where was she during Rebels? Where was she during, Bad Batch? I mean, even though this is kind of the same timeline as Bad Batch, actually, it's like very, uh, it's lined up actually. But it's just, dude, it's just so weird to think like what's gonna happen with these characters, man. It was such a good start, so you're just like, I need the rest now, you know.
Yeah,
But
and
this is our life for April, man. It's Maul. This is Maul's month.
we wake up and we suffer.
Literally. That's what's going on. Um did you end up streaming on your channel?
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. I
Hell
had
yeah.
some technical difficulties, so that was a good time, but we're all right.
Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful. Gotta love streaming in general. Man, great episodes, and I just want to thank everyone for tuning in tonight. And as the weeks go on, we hope to get more and more people in here, and we'll be breaking these down. So yes, next Sunday when we go live for Clan Fet, be sure to tune in because we're going to talk a little bit about a little recap and what we have picked up and Easter eggs and all that good stuff throughout the week. We're going to go ahead and talk about those in these first two episodes, and then we're going to really predict what happens in next week's episodes, just the night before. So that's what we're going to do. But yeah, dude, John, thanks for joining me real quick to talk about these episodes because this was absolute Filoni, man. This was in there. This was great. 9 out of 10 for both of us. Man, what a win. This was worth staying up for.
Agreed. Agreed, man.
Oh, dude, this is great. Man, anything you want to say before we sign off?
No, dude, that was just a little quick. Love the animation, love the series, love the direction, I love the pacing. Um, Stoked to see what the next episode is, and stoked to stay up late with the community and see where we're at next time, man.
Yep. It's all worth it, guys. You stay up and you watch Peak. But that's the thing is it's not, there's already been rumors and leaks that there's really no filler. It all just goes straight forward and you see that right off the bat. So we're locked in. I can't wait till next week. But yeah, thank you everybody for joining the watch party tonight. We'll be doing this for, the next 4 weeks. So we're going to be locked in for that. Reviews, breakdowns, all of that. So be sure you're subscribing on both channels and be sure to hit us up on Instagram as well. Let us know some of your thoughts. We always like to get back to you guys. But yeah, guys, enjoy the rest of your night. Get some sleep, depending on where you're at in the world, and look forward to tomorrow to seeing if there's any new news with Maul Shadow Lord. So we'll